Hey there, and welcome back to the Math League Media YouTube channel. Today we're going to be going over Sprint 8 from our 12506 release. Sprint 8 reads, Vinny is at a fencing tournament. For each of his matches, he chooses a saber as his weapon with probability 2/3, and he chooses a rapier as his weapon with probability 1/3. If he chooses a saber, then he has a 20% chance of winning the match, but if he uses a rapier, then he has a 90% chance of winning the match. The probability that Vinny loses his first match at the tournament but wins his second can be expressed in the form m over n for the relatively prime integers m and n. Compute m plus n. First of all, notice that there are 4 possibilities during each match for Vinny's outcome. Either he uses a saber and wins, uses a saber and loses, uses a rapier and wins, or uses a rapier and loses. However, the probability that we need to calculate for our final answer simply worries about whether he wins or loses his first and second matches, respectively. So if we can combine the probability that he wins with either weapon, and then find from that the probability that he loses with either weapon, we'll be able to calculate this without having to worry about too much casework. The probability that Vinny wins can be found by finding the probability that he wins with a saber, that he wins with a rapier, and then adding those together. If he chooses a saber, he has probability 2/3 of doing so. And if he picks that saber, he has a 20% chance of winning the match, or a 2/10 chance of winning the match. And then he has a 1/3 chance of selecting a rapier, which gives him a 90% chance, or 9/10 chance, of winning the match. Then this comes out to 4/30, this comes out to 9/30, and the sum comes out to a 13/30 chance that Vinny wins his match, no matter which weapon he uses. So then the probability that he loses a match is going to be 13/30 taken away from 1, because the probability that he wins or loses must be 1. And 1 minus 13/30 is 17/30. Then define the probability that he loses his first match and wins his second. Well, that's going to be 17/30 for the first match, and 13/30 for the second match, and since these are independent probabilities, we multiply them. And we get 17 times 13, or 221, for our numerator, 30 squared, or 900, for our denominator. And since 17 and 13 are both prime and not divisors of 30, then these must already be relatively prime, so we already have the form that we required, and now all we need to find is the sum of 221 and 900, which comes out to 1,121, which is our answer. Thank you.
This is Tim. Hope you're enjoying our videos. If so, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, turn on notifications, all that sort of thing. But what I'd really want to invite you to do is to send us an email at media@mathleague.org. Tell us which problems you'd like to see us cover next in our video series. Take care and see you in the next video.